Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are going to continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 38. We are reading the Kapila Shiksha, where Kapila Muni, Lord Kapila Dev, he is giving the transcendental knowledge to his mother, Devahuti. And
this text is very clear.
Very clear? It's good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. So Kapila Muni is been saying the super excellent position of the pure devotee of the Lord. He has been explaining to the Mother Devahuti that how the pure devotee of the Lord, he's fully Krishna conscious. So all his activities are eternal. Yesterday we read there is no element of time present in Vaikuntha atmosphere. There's no deterioration. There is only eternal life, Sat Chit Ananda, Satchidananda. So all the opulences always exist. Here in the material world, we have certain opulence for certain time. It could be beauty, it could be wealth, it could be knowledge. But we have seen, wealth doesn't stay for very long, or beauty or knowledge, or even youth. Youth also goes away. But in the spiritual world, it's eternal, eternally. If you're youthful, you're eternally youthful. There's no old age there. There's no, as such, old age, wrinkly, no deterioration there. So we'll continue reading. I'll just quickly read the translation. The Lord continued, "My dear mother, devotees who receive such transcendental opulences are never bereft of them. Neither weapons nor the change of time can destroy such opulences. Because the devotees accept me as their friend, their relative, their son, preceptor, benefactor, and supreme deity, they cannot be deprived of their possessions at any time." Also, another thing comes to mind is we try very hard to protect whatever we have. We try hard to protect our, as we were just saying, wealth or beauty or knowledge. But here the Lord is saying, one who has taken shelter of me, I'm helping them protect everything. So which is better? We try to protect ourselves, or we surrender to the Lord and then he helps us protect us and our opulences.
Right. We surrender.
What do you think?
We surrender to the Lord, and the Lord will protect us, take care of us.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. So we'll read from the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The reason for freedom from destruction is also described. The devotees accept the Supreme Lord as the most dear personality and reciprocate with him in different relationships. They accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the dearmost friend, the dearmost relative, the dearmost son, the dearmost preceptor, the dearmost well-wisher, or the dearmost deity. The Lord is eternal. Therefore, any relationship in which we accept him is also eternal. So we can see, we think, oh, relationships means it's on the material platform. And material platform means it's temporary, because that's what is our experience. We have relationships, parents, friends, siblings, spouse, employers, so many relationships. But all those are bodily relationships. Those are material relationships. But relationship with God is not material. God, he is transcendental and he is eternal. So our relationship with him is also eternal. We are also eternal. We are not the body. We are the spirit soul, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And we have a very loving relationship with him. And that relationship is eternal. It is clearly confirmed herein that the relationships cannot be destroyed. And therefore, the opulences of those relationships are never destroyed. Every living entity has the propensity to love someone. We can see that if someone has no object of love, he generally directs his love to a pet animal like a cat or a dog. This, I think more and more we are seeing this all around the world. You know, if we don't have children, we don't have anyone else, we see people having pets, more and more people having pets. I don't know if you all have seen it. And then, take care of the pet, clean the pet, wash the pet, take the pet for a walk. So that the desire to love someone is there in us. It is there. We can't deny that because that's the nature of the soul. That's the dharma of the soul. And so out of love, then we are serving. That is the dharma. Okay, so I have no person to serve, no human being to serve. So I get a pet, I get a bird or a plant or something living, because material things, no matter how much we have, we can't just stay with, suppose we have a big palace, excellent, opulent palace, with, just name it, whatever you desire is there in the palace, but there's no living entity there. How do you think that scenario will be?
Very boring.
What do you think? Yeah, we are going to go crazy.
Crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imagine if this whole world, all the buildings are there, malls, everything is there, but no living entity is there, and only we are the only living entity. Imagine. Mm-hmm. We would want to get out of here. We want to be with someone. We want to talk to someone. We want to share with someone. Yeah, so that is the nature of the soul. Matter cannot make us happy, but we are just thinking, I am matter and matter will make me happy. So that's the eternal propensity for love in all living entities, is always searching for a place to reside. From this verse, we can love the Supreme Personality of Godhead as our dearmost object, as a friend, as a son, as a preceptor, or as a well-wisher. And there will be no cheating and no end to such love. So we want to love someone, as we were saying, if we have all the opulences, and anything we want, we could get, but no living entity. No, right? We are looking for someone to love. And who is the person actually that we are looking for? That is the Supreme Lord. It is the Supreme Lord, because that is our eternal relationship with him. Eternal relationship. Here, imagine God, the most important person, is saying, hey, come back to me. You and me, we have an eternal relationship. And we are like, no, I'm busy. I have to do a lot of things. That's our position. The most important personality is saying, hey, you and me, we have a very loving relationship. And we are like, what are you talking about? So then we shall eternally enjoy the relationship with the Supreme Lord in different aspects. A special feature of this verse is the acceptance of the Supreme Lord as the supreme preceptor. Bhagavad Gita was spoken directly by the Supreme Lord, and Arjuna accepts Krishna as Guru or spiritual master. Similarly, we should accept only Krishna as the supreme spiritual master. So Krishna is the only supreme spiritual master. He's the original spiritual master. Why? Anyone? Because he gives us the
knowledge.
Knowledge,
spiritual
yes.
knowledge, yeah.
That's right. Yes, that's right. He's the one who speaks the Vedas. Yes. He's the speaker of the Vedas. And then in his incarnation as Vyasadev, he is also giving the commentary of the Vedas, the Vedanta Sutras, the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he is the supreme spiritual master. So Krishna, of course, means Krishna and his confidential devotees. Krishna is not alone. This is what we have to understand. Krishna is never alone. Never. He is, when we speak of Krishna, Krishna means Krishna in his name, in his form, in his qualities, in his abode, and in his associates. Krishna is never alone. For the devotees of Krishna are not impersonalists. It's not that Krishna is there alone somewhere, and only I have a relationship with Krishna. But what about the other living entities? Every living entity has a relationship with Krishna, right? So he's not alone. It's not that he's alone sitting in the Brahmajyoti. No, he's always surrounded by living entities, by his devotees. We see in Vrindavan, he's surrounded by the Brajbasis, or with the cows, the peacocks, the birds. And then in Dwarka, he's surrounded by his queens, his subjects, if he's there in the palace. So he's never, never alone. For example, a king is always associated with his secretary, his commander, his servant, and so much paraphernalia. As soon as we accept Krishna and his associates as our preceptors, no ill effects can destroy our knowledge. So as soon as we accept Krishna and his associates as our preceptors, no ill effects can destroy our knowledge. So we have to accept that Krishna is the supreme spiritual master, and so are his confidential devotees, his confidential associates. Then our knowledge is intact. Nothing can destroy that. In the material world, the knowledge which we acquire may change because of the influence of time. But nevertheless, the conclusions received from Bhagavad Gita directly from the speeches of the Supreme Lord Krishna can never change. There is no use interpreting Bhagavad Gita. It is eternal. So that's how we have to do. We just have to receive the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita from Krishna. Try to hear it with submission, with attention, in a mood of humility, and receive the knowledge. Try to understand what is Krishna saying. This is eternal knowledge. Let me try to understand it. Let me not try to misinterpret it. Let me not try to change it. Let me try to receive it, understand it, and tell others about it. Material knowledge keeps changing. Material knowledge, it keeps changing, and it is temporary. So hard we worked in this life, We work so hard, we go learn ABC, then we go to school, then high school, then graduate school, master, PhD. Then when we give up this body and next life, again, we have to learn ABC. But knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is never lost. Once we understand it, it is eternally stays with us. Krishna should be accepted as one's best friend. He will never cheat. This is what we have to understand. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 5.29 that he is the well-wisher of all living entities. Krishna is the well-wisher of all living entities. So Krishna is my best friend. My best friend is Krishna. He will never cheat. We have always seen sometimes, maybe very good friends also, sometimes we may cheat each other. But Krishna is a friend who never cheats us. We try to cheat him because we have the cheating propensity. But Krishna, he does not have the cheating propensity. So he will never cheat us. He will always give us his friendly advice and friendly protection to the devotee. If Krishna is accepted as a son, he will never die. Here we have a very loving son or child, but the mother and father, or those who are affectionate towards him, always hope, may my son not die. But Krishna actually never will die. Therefore, those who accept Krishna or the Supreme Lord as their son will never be bereft of their son. So, because Krishna is eternal. So the relationship with him is eternal. And he is ready. He's saying, come, come, you and me, we have a very loving relationship. In what way do you want to accept me? As a son, as a friend, as a lover? What do you want? I'm ready. And he's the best son. In many instances, devotees have accepted the deity as a son. In Bengal, there are many such instances. And even after the death of the devotee, the deity performs the Shraddha ceremony for the father. This is still going on. This deity still in the temple, this day is celebrated where the devotee was there and he had no son and he accepted the deity as the son and he was reciprocating with the deity as the son. And when he died, when the Brahman died, the deity came and he did the last rites of the Brahman. He performed the last rites of his devotee. Until today, that deity is there, that custom is there. He's dressed in that mourning clothes. So the relationship is never destroyed. People are accustomed to worship different forms of demigods, but in Bhagavad Gita, such a mentality is condemned. Therefore, one should be intelligent enough to worship only the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his different forms, such as Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, and Radha Krishna. So we think, okay, let me go to Lakshmi Ji, I will get money. Let me go to Saraswati Mata to get knowledge. Let me go to Bajrang Bali to get me strength. Or let me go to Surya Dev to give me health. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, hey, give up all this. Don't worship the demigods. What the demigods are giving you is also because I am letting them give you. Don't do that. You come directly to me. Whatever you want, you come to me. Don't go to the demigods. He's saying that openly. And then Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he is worshipped as Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, Radha Krishna. This is the Supreme Lord himself. So when he's saying, don't worship the demigods, worship me, is it like he's being egoistical that, oh, why you're going to him? I'm great, you come to me. Is it he's coming from a place of ego? What do you think?
No.
Why?
No. Because he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead. From him, everything comes, right?
Yeah, he's just speaking the truth.
The demigods also worship the Lord, right?
Yes. Do you know any instances of demigods worshipping the Lord?
Yeah, Hanumanji.
Yes. Yes.
Shiva.
Very good.
Shiva.
I'm sorry?
Lord
Shiva. Yes. Lord Shiva. Yes, he's meditating all the time. Who is he meditating on? Very good. And Lakshmi Devi?
Lakshmi Devi.
She's always like massaging the lotus feet of Lord Narayan. She's always massaging the lotus feet of Lord Narayan. Yeah. So the demigods are also always serving Krishna. So Krishna is saying, don't do that, Try to understand the truth. He's saying, just try to understand what I'm saying. We say, no, I don't want to understand. He's saying, be humble enough. Try to receive it, what I'm giving you.
And so when you worship demigods, you will just reach the heavenly planets. You will not reach to the Lord's abode, right?
That's right. So, but what's so bad in going heavenly planets? I can enjoy more over there.
You enjoy, but then finally also you'll come back. You'll fall down to the material world, right?
That's right. And I may fall down into, as, what do you think? As even maybe a...
Yeah, you can be an animal, you can be anything, right?
Yeah,
A tree.
True. Yeah. And then what will we do? Then we may say, but I won't remember anything. I'm just, it doesn't matter to me. At least I'll enjoy. And if I'm in the animal body, it doesn't matter to me. That's not me. What do you think? Some people say that.
Then you're just living like an animal, no? Right?
Yeah. We are not able to understand that we are the soul, not the body. We keep thinking we are the body, we think we are material. Although we say, yeah, I know, I'm the soul, I'm not the body. Yeah. But our thinking is, we are thinking we are the body. So we are thinking, oh, if I'm in the body of an animal, that's someone else. That's not me, So yeah, thank you. That's right. Thank you. So thus, one will never be cheated. Here, by worshipping the demigods, one may elevate himself to the higher planets. But during the dissolution of the material world, the deity and the abode of the deity will be destroyed. So Krishna says, you worship the demigods, you will go to the planet of the demigod. But when the entire material creation is destroyed, that planet of the demigod is also destroyed. That demigod also has to die. He has to leave his body, and that planet will be destroyed also. But one who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead is promoted to the Vaikuntha planets, where there is no influence of time, destruction, or annihilation. The conclusion is that the time influence cannot act upon devotees who have accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead as everything. So this is how that the opulence of the devotee is eternal, because the devotee goes to the spiritual world. He goes to the spiritual world, and where his opulence is, in fact, keep increasing more and more. His happiness increases more and more. Yeah. There's no deteriorating effect of time in the spiritual world. No deterioration in the spiritual world. Is that okay?
Yes.
So Chandra Didi gave us a good idea, and she said we could just have a short review of what we read. And let me see, I don't know how to use this much, What could we say was the highlight that we learned today?
That you don't need to worship the demigods.
Okay. No need to worship demigods, because the result is temporary.
Yeah.
It's temporary. And worship the Supreme Lord.
Yes.
Because the result is eternal. Is that good?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The result is eternal. Whatever we get is eternal. Are you able to see this whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we can put that for today's highlight. You think that helps?
Yeah, good.
And there is just one more idea. I think you can also add that which part of Bhagavatam we did this. Like you're writing, no, on the top. So like maybe that also helps sometimes, that this one.
3:25, 28.
Yeah. So
oh, sorry,
now
38.
we will understand that where we are and what does that means.
Okay. Yeah. Worship the Supreme Lord, and the result is eternal. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening and joining in, all your participation. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Bol.